Hello, everybody. Welcome. I am Cherise Matthews, and welcome to tonight's opportunity. And I'm glad that you joined us today. I am so excited to share some information with you that I feel is one of the most exciting opportunities I've seen in decades. Yes, I mean decades. So I just want to give you a background about myself, and then we'll get this presentation started. I am the mother of three very active boys, ages 17, 16, and 14. Not that that matters that much, but a very busy mom with a real fun husband. And I graduated, my background is I graduated from UCI with a pre-law degree, and I was ready to take on the world, except for I found out one thing, and that was that law was not what I wanted to do for a living. And so instead, I found myself sitting on the golf course as a cart girl, selling sandwiches and beers to golfers. And I was thinking, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And at that time, my father said, well, at least you're the most well-educated cart girl out there. Well, what I didn't tell him, that I was also $40,000 in debt by starting one of those networking businesses. Yes. So one day I was sitting on the course, and one particular day I remember a very kind, humble gentleman. And after he bought some beers and sandwiches, he gave me $100 bill. And I said, oh, excuse me, sir, I think you've made a mistake. He said, no, that's for you. And being a recent grad and off my dad's payroll and being in debt, I thought $100 looked pretty good. And as I said, thank you. And as he drove away, I said, wait, excuse me, sir, may I ask you what you do for a living? And he said, oh, network marketing. And he drove the car away. And I thought, what? People actually make money in those businesses? Could it actually be a viable business? And I thought, oh, well, I'm never going to find out because I'm never going to try one of those again. So fast forward, my career path led me in two directions simultaneously. One as an insurance wholesaler. And what we did there was selling to financial planners and protecting high net worth estates. And then also as an athlete myself, I followed my passion for fitness, and I was teaching and training all the way to the elite level. And I thought there has to be a better way to really leave a larger footprint on human health. And so my passion for health started to take precedence. And at that time, one of my closest friends introduced me to a business that had one of the most powerful antioxidants on the planet known to man. I knew what antioxidants were and that they could scavenge free radicals in the body, but I thought, this is big. And we ran like crazy, and we worked hard bringing that product to market while earning massive leveraged income. And at that time, my insurance boss called me into his office, and he said, Cherise, I know what you're doing on the side. And he said, I want you to run and go for it. My wife has made millions with that business platform. Go home. Be home with your kids. If you ever want to come back, the door is wide open. Not a bad way to leave a job, right? Well, we ran like crazy. And then we found out that science was advancing. And that's what you're going to hear about tonight, because the most powerful antioxidant in the world still didn't compare to our body's ability to flip on switches and activate our own release of antioxidants 100-fold. So we're onto something big. And that's what led me to this company. I've been here for 10 and a half years. And my husband recently said, thank you, because of your hard work, creating leveraged income for our families. Your business has not only survived two economic crashes, but it's actually thrived in the arid economic climate. So tonight, we are going to talk about this. And it's a business platform that is so relevant and so popular, if you will. And we're also going to talk about health technology and very loud science. And it's together created one of the most exciting businesses I've ever seen. This is a company called Lifevantage. Welcome, everybody. So how would you like to flip the switch to feel better and do more? Me, I'm in. And really, truly, what does that mean? But first and foremost, we're being hijacked daily. Food, water, environment, personal relationships, technology, right? Overstimulation with EMFs and blue light, and it affects our mood, it affects our environment. I mean, it is crazy what happens. We're being hijacked all the time. But did you know that you can do your best to eliminate these, right? But for the most part, it's simply life in the 21st century, isn't it? And all of this is truly just dimming the lights inside of our bodies. So what does dimming the lights feel like? Well, it's decreased immune system. It's brain fog. Anyone ever experienced that? Sluggish, maybe. Bad mood. Watch out, kids. Increased stress or fatigue. I think we've all experienced that before, but that's what it feels like when our bodies are getting their lights dimmed. Ugh. What is really happening to your bodies when that's happening? Well, it's oxidative stress, mitochondrial decline, a decline in sirtuin activity, and much more. And let's hit on what these are, okay? First of all, oxidative stress. We know that science has already discovered that our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. Think of this, is that, it's really amazing, is that say you stub your toe and it swells. That's natural for your body to inflame so that your body can send blood and rush it to the area to heal it. Right? But then there's so much else in our body that gets inflamed that we don't even know about because of all these stressors and toxins in the environment. But our bodies, we know now, have genes that are incredible to keep our bodies healthy. So how do we do this? If you could leverage those genes with a flip of a switch, would you do it? Well, let's just take a look at this. So what is oxidative stress, right? It damages the integrity of the cell. So for instance, when you cut an apple open, what does it do? It turns brown, doesn't it? It turns brown because it oxidizes. The oxygen hits it. And it's our natural body defense. Producing antioxidants maintains the health of the cell, because we know what will happen. What we can do is we can pour an antioxidant, a lemon juice on it, and it will keep it from turning brown. But unfortunately, the body's production of those antioxidants slows down over time. So switch. Woo. Let's go back to that. Sorry. So what is the switch? We can actually turn on our Nerve2 pathway. That's the switch. And it's Lifevantage Protandim. It's a Nerve2 synergizer. It actually lowers oxidative stress by an average of 40% in the first 30 days. So let's think about that for a moment. If we know that oxidative stress is linked to all sorts of health issues and health challenges, but we have something that can flip a switch and reduce that oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, that is powerful. Why not? Correct? Aha. So look at this. Washington State University says that Nerve2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. Nerve2 may be the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. That alone, when you take a look at that, so you're thinking this is the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health, and you're here tonight listening about this, and we have an opportunity to share this with the world. This is big. So Lifevantage approach. Okay, so antioxidant production, here it is, right? It slows down over time, but with Protandim, the Nerve2 synergizer, it actually, they couldn't tell the difference between a 20-year-old or an 80-year-old. It's slowing the aging process down. And what we do know is that if you go to pubmed.gov and you can actually look at all of these studies, oh my gosh, one after the next from all of these universities, from Harvard, right? Oxidative medicine and cellular longevity, Journal of Cellular Biochemistry. I mean, there's so much here. Texas Tech, Enzyme Research, American Heart Association, and more. And really, I just had to throw that in there and more. Anyways, and so what had happened was that this was a little tiny biotech company. I'm going to tell you that company story in a moment. But when at first the company was aired on an ABC primetime, and all of, we were just a biotech company at the time, and we didn't have a sales or marketing team. And all the people that actually saw all of that it can actually reduce oxidative stress by 40% in the first 30 days, they were crazy. They wanted it. Over $5 million of orders came in to the company. But of course, we didn't have that sales or marketing team. And so who else saw it were all of these major universities. And they went to the company and said, if this is true, may we please do our own research on this, and we'll fund those studies by themselves. Well, that was music to our ears. And so they've been out there, and they have all of this. If you go to the National Institute of Health's website, pubmed.gov, you can pull up all of these studies, all positive, no negative, powerful. And I want to also stop there and pause for a moment, because think about this. Whenever you're taking a supplement, how many of your supplements that you take have over 27 peer-reviewed published research on the actual supplement? I don't know any other one out there like that. Now, the supplements you're taking, they may have studies on a certain ingredient, but how they all work together in synergy is what this is. So we began to look at the switches for mitochondria health as well, and sirtuin activity. Well, what is that? Mitochondria health? Well, our mitochondria decline. It reduces the power of the cell. Our mitochondria, it's very simply, they're the powerhouse energy source of our cells. And our natural defense is that the body is constantly fixing and removing damaged mitochondria and producing new, right? But unfortunately, the body's production for mitochondria slows over time. But we know this is the switch. It's protandem NRF1 synergizer. It increases production of NRF1 genes by nearly 70%. And then sirtuin decline. This is another pathway in the body. The natural solution, really, the body's natural solution. This is the trash truck. Sirtuin decline. This is where we de-junk the cell. So the body's natural solution is it's constantly activating sirtuins and producing additional sirtuins. But unfortunately, as we get older, the body's production of sirtuins and sirtuin activity slows down over time. So this is the switch. Protandem's NAD synergizer. It increases sirtuin activity by 100% in 24 hours. If you could raise your sirtuin activity, you may not really know what a sirtuin is, but it's a trash truck taking the junk out of your cells. And you can increase that, the trash trucks by 100% in the first 24 hours. What? This is crazy. But what happens in the cell when you flip on all three switches at the same time? The oxidative stress switch, the mitochondrial switch, and sirtuin switch. Look what happens. You actually get a synergistic approach that is so much more powerful together than any individual one. So if you thought one was good, three is crazy good. So are you ready to flip the switch? Really, and when you do that, it supports a positive mood. Look at these results and motivation, supports healthy longevity, improves mental focus and concentration, boosts mental and physical energy, supports healthy inflammatory response and healthy vascular system. You guys, as an athlete, I know inside of my body, as you get older, you just can't perform the same way, right? But are you kidding? Now that we have something where we can flip switches in our body to support just right there, a positive mood and motivation, Thank you. My children are thanking me right now, right? But this is powerful. It's right here, Protandim Tri-Synergizer. Whoo. And of course, it doesn't stop there. We have the Vitality Stack. We have Nerve 2 activation for the brain, Axio. We have gut health with ProBio. We have brain health with the cleanest source of omegas. We have weight management. We have Nerve 2 activation for your skin, for your hair, and for your dogs. This company is dedicated to the best products on the market with the best science behind it for real, true health. So stories are better when you share them, aren't they? So let me just tell you a little bit more about Lifevantage. So it's 11 years old, headquartered in Utah, publicly traded on the NASDAQ, debt-free company, yes, and governed by a board of former executives from Coca-Cola, Airbnb, Amazon, SC Johnson, and more. I am telling you right now, this company is literally ready to launch. This excites me. And the reason why it excites me is because I've been with the company for 10 and a half years. And I've been talking so much about health down, getting into the root of health, talking about Nerve 2 activation. And now it's becoming mainstream. Finally, it's becoming mainstream. And it takes a while for something that's so ahead of the curve to catch up mainstream. But that's exactly what's happening with this company right now. And if you look at this, never in the history have people ever been more concerned with their health. 60% plus increase in wellness sales in the last 8 years. And we're not talking about sickness. We're talking about wellness here. Look at all of the sale by product category, 35% increase in wellness. And this is just the touch. Look at this, 600 billion plus in all that we're doing here at Lifevantage. Just the anti-aging alone is $300 billion market. Skincare, it's already surpassed skincare, which is 121 billion, 85 billion for hair care, pet care. You know, when someone gets a new puppy, you see more pictures of their pet than their children. I am guilty of that as well. Pet care is crazy amazing. And then, of course, energy market and weight loss market. I mean, it is wild. We are positioned perfectly. So we are the perfect model. We can work from home or anywhere, right? We have a virtual office. It's what we're doing right now, right here, while you're at your home or anywhere else, right? And we have business assets, no inventory requirements, low entry cost. We social share. When you are so excited that these work for you and you feel better and you're flipping on switches, you can't help but share it with other people. We have a personal online store. Every single person gets, you get a daily bonus and the best, travel. You can travel around the world and share this with not just your neighbors next door, but the world. So I want to show you what's possible here at Lifevantage. The average annual earnings disclosure, here it is. So I want you to take a look at this. These are different distributor ranks on the left-hand side of the screen. And then what we have is we actually have monthly. This shows the minimum monthly commissions at the paid ranks. Okay. So I want to point out one here. The Pro 3, on average, a Pro 3 makes about $626 per month. That's an additional, oh my gosh, over $12,000 a year, right? Or no, I'm sorry. That's the max over there is $12,000. A distributor at Pro 3 is making. But really what that shows is that, can you imagine, Pro 3 is where most people are doing this on a part-time basis. So, and making an extra $600 a year, a month, what would that do for your family? Or you want to add to that and look at Premier Pro 5, on average is $3,000 a month, an extra $3,000. And still most people are doing part-time business at Pro 5. And then we can move into elite ranks, where most people, by the time they hit elite ranks, are doing this on a full-time basis. But right here, average monthly commissions paid out at an Elite Pro 7 is $13,000. You guys, I am personally an Elite Pro 8. And I have to say this is on average income at Elite Pro 8 is over $25,000 a month. Now, I want you to stop and I want you to think for a moment how real this could be for your family. This is real for me. This has changed our family's life. And I also want to just tell you this, as a personal trainer in the past, do you know, for me to earn that kind of income, I would have to charge over $500 an hour training people. Do you know anyone that would pay $500 an hour to train with me? And I wouldn't have the time flexibility or the financial flexibility that I have right now. And that is powerful. So I want you to think of whatever you're doing right now. Is it leveraged income? And January 1st, do you have to start over to earn that income, or can you add upon the income that you made the previous year? So this is powerful. This is leveraged income. And the company pays you. You introduce it to a friend. The company says, thanks for referring your friend. We're going to pay you for it. And then they refer a friend. They're going to pay both of you for it, and so on and so on. And then it starts to grow. 2 and 2 is 4, and 4 and 4 is 8, and 8 and 8 is 16. And it starts to just multiply by not on its own, but by working and sharing this with other people. Yes, it does take work, but you're going to work anyways, aren't we? We're going to work anyways. We might as well work at something that is going to pay us leveraged income. It is powerful. There is no other business I know out there like this one. So how do we get started? I'm sure you're thinking, okay, this sounds great. What do we do? Can I do it? Yes, you can. At least I think you can. I believe in you. So there's a starter pack of $50. Okay. And what's inside is just a starter kit that says you can get a free website that people can come and purchase products from you there. But really, you really don't have a business unless you have the products and you're using the products themselves. You would not open up a restaurant, but have no food in it, would you? Right? So what I want to share with you is that there's a silver pack, gold pack, and platinum pack. And there are bigger savings the larger you go. So the platinum pack is the best value because it comes with all of the products that we have here at Lifevantage. And by purchasing that pack one time, you get a 35% savings. And it retails for $1,900, but the savings is $1,250. You guys, where else can you start a business for $1,250? My husband owns a very traditional business. It's janitorial business, and he has 250 employees, and he grew it from small to big. And when it was nothing, he still had to put hundreds of thousands of dollars into his business to start it. And it's crazy. There's still nothing that does what this does. In fact, quick story. We were at an event and I didn't have my purse with me. And I asked my husband to hold my phone in one of his pockets. And he had his phone on one side and my phone on the other side. And they were both buzzing. And he said, I can't do this anymore. He said, Cherise, every time my phone buzzes, it's heartache and stress. I'm so stressed out. But every time your phone buzzes, it's of hope and opportunity. He's like, good phone, bad phone, good phone, bad phone. I'm going crazy. So where else can you start a business for $1,250? I don't know too many other businesses you can start like this with an upside potential like this. And I'll tell you what, these products are phenomenal. Can you do it? That's a question you have to ask yourself. But I want you to ask, why not try? Right? We have Lifevantage support here. We have global customer support. We have an easy ITT system. You invite to a tool and share with the team. And you do it over and over and over. We have regular team meetings and training for skill set, mindset, leadership trainings, regular corporate events and training, incentives and perks, private support community. You're not in this alone. This may be your individual business, but we're here together to help to help guide you to be successful. And look at this. You're with a company that literally has Aaron Brockovich on the board. And we were honored with Stevia award-winning business, right? And it goes on and on and on. We were on the NASDAQ, flipping switches. We're open in all sorts of markets. And this company has a heart of gold. We give back. It's about being a part of a community of people, like-minded, heart-centered, that really care to love and serve other people. So where do you go from here? Well, you may need some more information. Get with the person that introduced this to you and either become a customer or join the team. You may want to say, I need these products in my body now. I would agree with that. You could become a customer now. Or you may say, not only do I want the products in my body, but I want to share this with a few people. And by doing that, I want to get a referral fee and I want to actually start a business. Then get with the person that introduced you to this and say, let's start. I want to encourage you, come play with us. We're having a great time. And this is fun. You know, one of the greatest, Wayne Gretzky, said, you'll miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? So you have nothing to lose. Start tonight. Start now, and let's go take this to the world. Thank you for your time tonight.